What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we're here to take a look at another offering from Kia. This is the Kia Sorento Hybrid EX. Now, this is a mid-sized SUV that has 3 rows and seats up to 6 passengers. Now, I know you're saying, doesn't Kia already have a mid-sized SUV? Yes, they do. It's called the Kia Telluride. It is larger, seats 8 passengers, and of course is a little bit pricier than this Sorento. But this overall Sorento looks nice and modern. Kia has come quite a long way in the past 10 years with the appeal and the demographic that's looking at their vehicles. So today I want to take a look at this specific Kia Sorento, finished in runaway red. It features a gray interior. Check out the exterior and interior details of this vehicle and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Starting off the review at the front of the Sorento, I'm loving this new modern and sleek design language we're starting to see from Kia. This is truly a nice looking mid-size SUV. The hood features subtle lines and it's also sculpted, so it gives a sense of depth as well. Underneath the hood, you're going to find a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo with a hybrid system, together putting out 227 horsepower. Now that's connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Your fuel economy is going to be 35 and 39 miles per gallon for the city and highway respectively. Now back to the aesthetics. If you look at the front of the vehicle, it's curvaceous as opposed to the rest of the vehicle, which is kind of blocky, but overall it works. If you look at the grille, it has a 3-dimensional effect to provide some depth to the front of the vehicle as well. Now, of course, your headlamps and daytime running lamps are both done in LED, but overall, I'm loving the front design of this vehicle. Let's go ahead and check out the side profile and the rear as well. Taking a look at the Sorento from the side profile, I'm loving the nice and sleek modern design language that Kia is starting to put out now, and I love how they're applying it to all their vehicles. The Sorento did not look like this before. They put out the Telluride, everybody loved that, so they said, hey, let's incorporate some of those design characteristics onto the Sorento, and it has truly worked. Now, for those of you who are curious, the overall length of this Sorento is about 189.6 inches. Now, if you're comparing this to the Telluride, again, the Telluride is a larger SUV, so the overall length of that is 196.9 inches. Now, your wheelbase for this vehicle is about 110 inches. Your ground clearance is 6.9 inches. Now, I'm loving the interesting, sleek, and modern design of the wheels here. Behind the wheels are 12.8-inch rotors front and rear, and of course your wheels are 17 inches in diameter. But from the side, I truly think this vehicle is really nice looking. I'm loving the silver accents on the front fenders and on your window surrounds as well. And of course you have body color side view mirrors as well. Overall, it looks very nice. Let's go ahead and check out the rear. Style-wise, the rear of the Sorento looks remarkably clean. I'm loving the clean lines here. It goes well with the rest of the vehicle, but one reason it looks nice and simple is because the designers took the time to hide the rear wiper blade. So the wiper blade has been hidden underneath this rear spoiler, and overall just gives it a nice, clean, and simple look. Now, one thing I thought was peculiar about the rear was I thought that the button to open up the hatch would be underneath this Kia symbol. I actually had to search for it. It's underneath here. So simply press here, and then the hatch opens up automatically, taking you into your storage. Now, with all rows up, you're not getting a lot of storage here. With all rows up, you're looking at about 12 cubic feet of storage, but dropping the seats is fairly simple. Pull on each lever and push down. The seats are manual, and then that upgrades the storage capability a little bit. You can also drop the second row seating from the back. I also like that feature. There are a lot of SUVs out here where you have to go around to the side to the second row to drop the second row. I like how you can do it from the back here. I think that's really nice, and buyers will definitely appreciate that feature. One touch drops the hatch, comes down nice and slowly, but overall from the rear, I think this vehicle looks remarkable. I think this is a good looking vehicle from every angle, to be honest. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Taking a look at the interior of the Sorento, it goes well with the exterior of the vehicle, meaning that it's nice and modern. So starting at the top of the dash, it's covered with an injection molded material. Coming further down, you have a nice infotainment system that is a touchscreen, not the highest of resolution, but definitely gets the job done. Further down, you have your air conditioning controls, and then these unique air conditioning vents. It's like a two-piece system here all throughout the vehicle. You have this top vent here that controls blowing to your face and your chest, and then a lower vent here that blows, I guess, to your knees and your hip area. This is a unique design that I've never seen before, so that's interesting. Coming further down, of course, you have 3 USB ports, wireless charging, plenty of storage here. You have controls for your heated seats. This doesn't have ventilated seating. I wish it did, and this humid spring that we're having here in Georgia. Coming further down, you have 2 cup holders, and then a nice, clean, rotational gear selector here. Keeps the overall center console nice, clean, and modern, which is the theme of this overall vehicle. Coming further back, you do have additional storage here, but overall, everything in the layout is nicely organized and feels up to date. It's nice and modern, and I'm really liking that. Now the steering wheel feels pretty good in your hands. Covered in black leather. Of course, you have buttons to control your instrument cluster, and then buttons for your hands-free control devices as well. Behind the steering wheel, you do have an instrument cluster. It's not a thin film transistor screen. There are 2 analog gauges here with a small screen in the middle of that. I wish that was a little bit more updated to meet the times, but overall it does look nice and fits in well with the vehicle. This vehicle comes in at a decent price point, so I'm not really going to nitpick that too much. The seating is fairly comfortable. Again, you have power seating here. Again, I wish it was ventilated. You could really use that ventilation feature during the summertime and warmer months, but overall the seating is quite comfortable and spacious. You're looking at about 41 inches of legroom up front here. The door panels are covered in that injection molded material. You have the door handles, a nice textured finish to the silver accents here that matches what's found on the dashboard as well. Overall, the front of the vehicle, the design has been executed extremely nicely. You even have this huge panoramic roof here that you can enjoy from both the front and rear of the vehicle. Let's go ahead and check out the back. Sitting in the second row, the seats are really comfortable. They even have a nice armrest here as well. But overall, you could sit back here for hours on end. And again, you're looking at around 41 inches of legroom in the back here. But sitting in the back, you can also take full enjoyment out of this huge panoramic roof here. I really like that a lot. Also, it comes with a power shade as well, in case you don't want to be exposed to direct sunlight. But overall, sitting in the back is really comfortable. You have 2 air conditioning vents here in the center console, a USB port, and a cigarette outlet as well. Now coming over to the door panels, they're done in the same materials as they are up front. They look nice, sleek, and modern. And of course, storage on the bottom of the door with a button for your power windows as well. Now seating in the third row, I will admit, it gets a little bit cramped back there. You could really only use it for short trips if you're an adult. So you don't want to be back there for like 4 hours or anything like that. Just, it's made for short trips. Now again, this is one of Kia's midsize SUVs. If you want a larger 3-row SUV, you probably should take a look at the Telluride. But overall, seating in the back, short trips only, or for kids. Let's go ahead and get the Sorento on the road and see how it handles. All right, so we got the new Kia Sorento out on the street. This is a sleek, modern, refreshing midsize SUV. Isha, what do you think?
I like it. Immediately when I saw it, I like the exterior. The interior is very nice and bright. It drives really nice. I know we're going to get into all that, but my overall, I like it.
This is a nice vehicle for sure. And, you know, to make a midsize SUV visually appealing, a lot of manufacturers don't always get that right, but I think Kia really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, one thing that stood out to me was that it doesn't look too big from the outside. I honestly didn't know it had the third row until I got inside.
Right.
I would have never known.
Right.
You know?
So Kia has 2 main mid-size SUVs. There's the Sorento, and then there's the Telluride. So the Telluride offers 3 rows, seats 8 passengers, and it's a little bit bigger than this one. This one is 3 rows, 6 passengers. So the rear seats, they are small, but they can be used for short trips, right? It's not something you want to take a road trip in back there, but the third row is available if you need that. This does have all the technology you could want with the lane keep assist features, right? The blind spot assist and all that stuff like that. We tested the lane keep feature earlier, and it works fairly well, right? You have the collision avoidance assist. So all the tech that you could want is in here. For a decent price point, you're looking at about $36,000 for this one.
That's not bad. And then you also have the feature of it being electric, right?
Right, so this is a hybrid vehicle, so combustion and an electric motor. Your average miles per gallon is going to be 37, so that's relatively high. As a matter of fact, anybody who has something like this right now can truly appreciate it, because we're going through a gas crisis at the moment, right? Right, there's a gas shortage at the moment we're filming this, so 37 miles per gallon, you're not really sweating.
Right.
Overall, the interior layout, what do you think about that?
You know, I think it was pretty cool. Like, I wasn't mad at it. I guess I wasn't expecting too much from Kia, but I'm not mad at this little design that they have here. It's just kind of bright and airy. And I know you guys, I guess I'm not expecting the luxury feel from it, because Kia's not like a luxury vehicle.
Right.
But it feels really good.
They stepped their game up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not overdone. It's not underdone either. I'm like happy.
And you get good leg room up here, right?
And the seats are very comfortable. The leather feels good too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's probably not real leather,
but it feels good.
It doesn't feel like old couch, you know, from the
Vinyl.
80s.
Yeah. So the seats have a lot of support.
Yeah.
They feel good.
It even has some side bolstering.
Yep.
Perforation here. Obviously there's some cooling.
Well,
here.
you would think there would be cooling in this one.
No.
This one doesn't have it.
I spoke too soon. Sorry,
This
guys.
one doesn't have it. I wish it did, but that's just a minor drawback, because again, this is around $35,000, but look at the other features you get, right? So the cooling, do I miss it? Absolutely.
Heat?
But you do have heated seats.
Okay. I'm fine. If I got
Right.
the heat,
Yeah.
I'm okay. Because
At least it's a light color on the seats, right?
yeah, I'm not even mad at it.
If the sun hit this and it was dark, it'd be hot.
I would buy this vehicle without having that feature.
You would?
Yeah, because it's not a deal breaker for me.
It's not a deal breaker.
No. Most cars still today do not have that feature. So
Right. Of course, you have your infotainment system with the Apple CarPlay, the Android Auto, the Bluetooth. You have your USB ports here. You have your wireless charging, which you're taking advantage of.
Right now.
Of course. The 2 cup holders, this clean rotary selector for your gear selector here. Everything just fits nice and very neat in this interior. One thing I noticed that was a bit strange was the design of the air conditioning vents.
it looks like, wait, now that I look at it, it's Star Wars.
What do you...
It's the little Star Wars thing.
A TIE fighter?
Yes.
It does look, I guess you could
Oh,
say.
you weren't thinking that, were you?
But now that you said it,
Look at it.
you just need a circle in the middle for the cockpit. Yes, that could be a TIE fighter. I watch a lot of Star Wars, guys, so I might have brainwashed Isha a little bit on that. But yes, that is neat that you pointed that out.
Yeah.
But look how there's a vent on the top and a vent on the bottom
Right.
all throughout. That's the first time I've seen something like that.
No, it's in my Ford.
Where there's a vent on the top and
Yeah.
then one right here?
Yeah, I have a vent that's here.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the bottom, and then a vent. Yeah,
I'll have to take another look at that.
Yeah.
But it's rare you see something like that. But
it is rare.
yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. What about the interior ride quality? I think it's pretty smooth and fairly quiet.
Yeah, you know, it's fairly quiet. It's smooth. I have not been disturbed.
You have not been disturbed.
I've been riding really, really good in this vehicle.
Yeah.
I like a vehicle that immediately when I see it and I get in it, it's good.
Yeah, this is nice for sure. Humongous panoramic roof in this one.
I love that. I sat in the back and I felt like I was up front because of the panoramic, sunroof.
Yeah, it really just opens up the interior of this car. There have been a lot of SUVs we've tested at a higher price point that had dark interiors and no panoramic roof.
Right.
And I can't stress the difference that makes in vehicles such as this one, because you might not even notice. You said the interior feels open and airy, and part of that is because of this huge glass roof you have here. Now, it does have a power shade in case you don't want the sun beating down on you, but on an overcast day like today, it's really nice.
Right.
So
I think Kia did a good job with bringing the outside in full circle with the design aesthetics. It's not overdone. It's not overdone, like I said before. You know, you guys know I like red for a vehicle.
The color is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like a deep...
I mean, there's cool little things that they've implemented into the vehicle. You have some USB charging ports here in the seats.
On the seats, yep.
It's really cool. So there's just a lot of little neat features that they packed in here for the price range, and I'm not mad at it.
And the designers really put some thought into it. Like you said, USB in the seats, and there's also another USB port for the second row closer to the floor. But the fact that it's convenient at almost shoulder level,
right,
is not something that you see a lot in this segment.
Right.
So you can just plug in whatever device you have into the seat and keep on rocking out.
Right.
So I think the interior and exterior of this vehicle is more than I thought it would be.
I agree.
When they told me I was getting a Kia Sorento, I was like, oh, okay. But then I saw it and I was like, man, Kia really stepped their game up.
They did.
10 years ago, you know what I mean? But now you have these nice looking vehicles that offer great features that used to be in $100,000 cars.
Right.
And they're giving you a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. 100,000 mile, 10-year powertrain warranty. Not a lot of folks doing that. So
I will point out, when I look at vehicles, is like storage space, and this one gives a lot of great options for that. You have your center console, you have you know, your different little cubbies here.
Yep.
And one thing that I definitely like is having a little bit of storage space on the door, and I like the fact that there's a space here where the door handle's at. Like, there's been so many times that I just wanted to rest my phone there, and I can't do it.
You're right.
And I can do it on this vehicle. That's just a feature that I don't know if, you know, I look for stuff like that, but that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good aspect of the vehicle that you pointed out, for sure. So the interior and exterior of this vehicle was extremely well thought out.
But it's like really comfortable in here.
It is.
I can't even remember the other vehicle that I rode in that made me this happy. I know it was one recently, but this one's pretty good.
I can't think of it at the moment.
It was another small SUV.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that about does it for this one. Isha, I want to thank you for providing your input. I know you're in love with this one.
I am.
It's a good vehicle.
It's
a good vehicle. Great fuel economy. And
one more thing to mention is that it does have the third row, and when you guys do watch the full review, which you've probably already seen because you're here in this part of the video, but putting down those back seats definitely gives you more than enough room, you know, for storage, you know, for groceries, stuff like that. So that's another thing that I was really, really pleased about.
The practicality.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So that about wraps it up for the test drive portion. You guys be sure to let us know what you think. So what do you guys think about this Kia Sorento EX? It's a modern SUV for the modern world. It has some of those awesome design characteristics that we loved in the Telluride, has hybrid technology, and comes in at around $36,000. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section. I want to give a special thanks to you guys for watching this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.